Today we'll take a look at an algebra topic called solving equations. We'll learn how to solve linear equations algebraically. Let's dive right in. When solving equations, the goal is to isolate the variable to one side of the equal sign, while moving everything else to the other side. We must remember this fundamental arithmetic principle: applying the same operation to both sides of an equation keeps it valid. Let's subtract 5 from both sides of our equation and simplify. Now, divide both sides by 2 to obtain the final result. We have successfully solved this problem. Solving equations with a single variable is an essential algebra problem, although the variable may not always be denoted as x. Furthermore, most problems are slightly more challenging than this. Let's take a look at a typical problem in our next example. We have the following problem: if 3x plus 6 is equal to 18, what is the value of 10x? Our strategy here will be to first solve this equation by isolating x. By subtracting 6 from each side, we have that 3x is equal to 12. Then dividing both sides by 3, we finally obtain that x is equal to 4. Let's not immediately stop here. Remember to always carefully read the question, otherwise you can lose valuable points. Rushing to answer 4 would be a mistake. The question is asking for 10x, so we have to finally multiply both sides by 10. We see that our final answer is 40. Let's take a look at our final example. Given that 1/2 of x minus 1 is 5, what is the value of x? Again, our strategy is to isolate x, but this time isolating x isn't as straightforward. First, let's remember the distributive property of multiplication. When a variable or number is placed in front of parentheses, we can distribute it by multiplying it with each term inside the parentheses. In our case, we can distribute 1/2 over x and -1. Next, let's isolate the terms containing x by adding 1/2 to both sides. We can simplify the right-hand side by rewriting 5 as 10 over 2. Now that we have two fractions with same denominators, we can add the numerators. All that's left to obtain x is to multiply both sides by 2. Our final answer is 11. Let's review what we've learned so far. Remember to always apply operations to both sides. This is the most basic, yet most fundamental concept we need to know. All problems build up on this, so it's important to become comfortable with doing this quickly and with no mistakes. Move all terms containing x to one side, and all terms containing numbers to another. If we're lucky and the problem is simple, we can do this immediately as in our first two examples. Sometimes though, it's not so simple, so let's review a few tips. Apply the distributive property. If we have parentheses and multiplication, it's usually a good idea to distribute the terms before moving them to one side or another. If x is multiplied by a number, it's a good idea to wait until the end in order to fully isolate it. It's much easier to simplify the expression completely first and multiply or divide in the very end as we did in example 2. We'll make less mistakes by doing so.